Welcome back to the studio. This is take two because I had it on photo. And so apparently I just took a picture of the studio. Today I'm going to do a beautiful piece of artwork with the inspiration from this particular swipe that I did, the love, on a much bigger piece. And the reason for today's video is I hope you all had a great holiday season so far and that you're ready for Christmas. And if you're not, you might want to get in touch with me because I'm opening an Etsy store. I'm currently connecting my bank account. It takes a couple of days. Then I'll be able to set listings up. Excuse me. I've had an itch in my throat all day. And because it's so cold out, like the sneezes. But I'm doing fine. So I went out and celebrated by getting a new bank account. I found a bank that does not charge overdraft fees. Banks are just evil with that. And so I'm really excited about that. And that'll connect to my Etsy. And I'll be able to keep it separate for tax purposes. I went out and got me 3 of these from the dollar store. I love them. They're 8x8 wood and they're 1¼ inch. So they're pretty decent. I love them. I love how the paintings come out on them. And I don't have any more. So I'm going to celebrate with you today with a big swipe. And I'm going to tilt you down and show you what's up and show you the colors I'm going to use. I'm not using Christmas colors on this one. I'm going to use various oranges, peaches, neon, red, regular red. I've got some incandescence gold. I've got black Amsterdam and white Amsterdam for the swipe. And I found this piece of wood the other day. And I was like, oh, babies, pick that up, pick that up. We were down at the dump. So another piece of advice for you is if you'd like to repurpose things, don't be afraid to pick something up, sand it down, wipe it off with alcohol, and get to work. With wood, you want to be careful. You need to seal it as best you can, especially if you're going to epoxy down the road. So I have already put a coat on here. It's still wet, but I'm not really worried about that. I did sand it, and then I wiped it down with alcohol first because it almost looked like it had some sort of finish on it. Really nice piece of really good plywood. And I'm excited about getting into it right now. So let me go ahead and tilt you down so you can see it. And yeah, the shop's name is going to be Tara's Traveling Paints. I don't know if it's visible yet at all. Just because it's telling me that I can't put anything in the shop until the bank is connected. So let's go ahead and tilt you. And hopefully I got a good position. Pretty good. I might have to move you a little bit. Hopefully the dog doesn't get in the way. Her dog bed's over. I gotta get this. I gotta straighten out the room a little bit better than I have it. All right. Oh, it's kind of wonky. It's kind of wonky. And if she moves, we're in trouble. Ugh. All right, that's pretty good. All right. So, yes, I am celebrating with a White Claw as well. Cake's just got off a vacation, so we were home together, and so some of the days the drinking started a little earlier than normal, and so I'm transitioning out of that right now. Let me show you a couple of pieces I did. This will be on Etsy. I'm struggling still with trying to find a way to secure the back so people can hang it. I'm thinking I'm going to have to use a wire, like a traditional painting. And it's really cool. They're just beautiful. Beautiful original artwork with hardware on it. Now, granted, if you have hardcore OCD, you're probably not going to want my functional art because this is handcrafted. It is not perfection, but it's still beautiful. This one I love. And that I actually got the hooks on it. So that's a 7x26. Got 3 hooks on it with 3 hooks, and I just think it's beautiful. It reminds me of Montauk, where I grew up. So got some of that going on, and it started to get me frustrated, so I said, let me stop and do something that I don't get frustrated too much by, and that's painting. So what do I need? I need to find out what I want to swipe with. So it's a bigger piece, as you can see, so I'm going to need bigger pieces. think high and a flat one, I think would be good. And hopefully I don't sniffle a lot on you today, guys. There we go. So I've got neon red here. Looks pink, which is good. This is my Amsterdam white, which I need to move over there because that's my swiping color. I have Amsterdam black. I should just use a regular black, but hey, more cells the better, right? So this is, they're all mixed with Floetrol. I have that's a good question. I have an apricot and an orange. Both are super similar. So I'm just not sure which is which. So here they are. They look a lot alike. This one's probably the orange, okay? And some red mixed with Floetrol. And this still looks like kind of like a bright pink, but it's red. I have some incandescence or iridescence. That's going to give it some depth. And that is my blue violet. I got some 24 karat gold. And I have some violet. So, hoping it all comes out good. So, let me get the white. I need to make some puddles. I used maybe too much of this. There's an awful lot of all over the place, but that's okay. We're going to make this work. And the puppy is going up on the chair. Whew. I should probably pause this for a second so I can blow my nose. Because boy, oh boy, I feel like I'm going to start having my nose run everywhere. So give me 1 second. You won't notice a thing. I'll be right back. You didn't even notice anything. So here we go. Now, I think I'm going to start with the black. I think that's the way to go. So let's go ahead and get a little line of black going on. All right. The neon red. And what I think is the orange. Think so. So, we had a pretty good vacation, all in all. Nice Thanksgiving. And things are going okay. We're doing all right. He's back to work today, and I am looking forward to retiring him. He needs to stop that place. They just ain't no good for him. They ain't no good for him. Regular red. Do that gold. Oh, don't fall down. Why are you falling down? You still got paint in there. And then the incandescence, the stuff that's going to give it some depth. Well, it all should be pretty deep. If it looks anything like the one, that little one I did, it's going to have a lot of levels of joy. Now for the violet. Now comes the fear part. I get so afraid when I do this stuff. So, first I'm going to swipe, and then I'm going to tilt. Maybe first I have some Ruby Red Grapefruit. We just had some turkeys in the yard. That was interesting. I got some video of that. All right. I'm going to put this right on the spatula. Scary. Scary, scary. I'm going to tilt, and then I'm going to come back with a smaller tool to do some more swiping. Looking pretty sweet, if you ask me. Let's see how it goes. Now I've taped the sides up because I love the way the edges look. Those stacked pieces of wood is just super cool looking. And let's see what we got here. It's a heavy piece of wood to boot. But don't walk by wood, guys. Don't walk by wood. I mean, just those dollar store panels were $5.95 a piece. So it's not cheap. So be inventive and do some reclaiming. You don't have to, everything doesn't have to be perfect all the time. People appreciate reclaimed stuff. They want to see things come to use that hadn't been used fully. I'm just happy that people actually drop stuff off. You know, they just, sometimes the dump is the best place in the world. This is not going to be anything like that painting I have. That much I can tell you right now. That doesn't mean it's not going to be fabulous, because I have a feeling this is going to be pretty great. Heavy. But then again, you know, that other piece was only 3 colors. Red, green, and gold. This has several, although some are very similar. Just want to get it to the edge here. Come on now. Come to the edge. Oh, it's tough. do some more swiping. I lost a lot of the cells off the side here. And so I need to pull some back. I need to get some more lacing going on. So that should be rather helpful. Just want to see some more. See a little bit more. So if you're hearing licking, that's the dog licking her dew claw. She tore it up pretty good playing fetch it, catch it on the cold ground. But that's what happens when you're a puppy and you can't resist the game. You can't resist it. She can't. It's her favorite thing. That and hanging out with me. Some of this is just really intense. Let's put some fire on it. Needs more juice. So what'd you guys have for turkey dinner? We had a Irish dinner for turkey dinner. And then we made a turkey the next day. Because we got 2 families in the house right now. So we let the kids have their, their first turkey day with their son here, and then we just waited because we can wait. It's gonna be that ghost swipe I love. Got some really pretty stuff happening over this way. Let me see. All right. I need a stirrer. And I need a new one. This one's too heavily painted. Yeah. Let's go new. bring some whimsy into this. Let's see if I can do it. I like that. I really like these negative spaces, so I'm trying to pull it into the painting a little more. Without adding more white. Per se. This gold is making beautiful lacings too. I love that. I don't know if I have enough lights on for us. I think I'm missing. No, I got them all on. Oh, look at them. Yeah, that's sweet. My thing is getting old. I've got a new one, but I can't figure out how to fill it. It's kind of driving me crazy. Because I really want a good torch that's consistently good. Give a little bit more Sellies. Ah, sweet. I like it. Especially since I've been doing a lot of epoxy. You need a good torch. To get them air bubbles out. Especially when working on wood. I feel like I have enough balance with black. This is a little bit blacker over here, but that doesn't mean that's not going to sell up a little more. Because that is Amsterdam with Floetrol. I don't want to get too many colors in here because it'll turn this to mud. And right now it's just sitting on the border of that. And in between awesomeness and, oh my, if you continue moving anything here, you could be in trouble. So I don't want to move anything there. I'd like to see a little bit more detail and differentiation. But once this thing is epoxied, it's going to be stupid. It's going to be really dumb. I mean, like in a good way. Like, holy moly. And I don't want to move that tape because I don't want to cover the sides. I'm just hoping that this tape holds up. Otherwise, I would open it and just let it flow over. But I just don't think that would be a good idea. let it sit a second here. Sometimes you gotta let something rest for a minute. Get a little bit more fire. There's no silicone in this. The only old paint I have here is that red. The rest of it is paint that's been bottled up. That little whimsy really, that's a good, I like that. Pretty into it. Ah, can't wait to see what it looks like dry. I do not want to push it any further than I've pushed it because of I don't want to make mud. I'd rather have something that's more vague than muddy. So let's go ahead, get over there and take a look at that. So I haven't measured it yet. I think it's a 2x4. 2 feet by 4 feet? That's what I'm thinking. Not quite sure. Some really interesting areas. Really pretty stuff. That neon, I almost feel like I need to add more neon. And we'll see how that incandescent really pulls depth into it. It's interesting. It looks like very exotic marble or something. Lots of gold. Let me know in the comments what you would do differently or if you like it just the way it is. And I can't wait to get this epoxied. And I am still working on becoming a Stone Coat Countertops affiliate. Even if they don't accept me, go to Stone Coat Countertops. Look at their products. They're amazing. That's what I use. All right. I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye.